Hello, I hope you're well and hanging in there. In Unit 10 below, there's a lot of good information about verbs. The verb is probably the most important element in grammar. Without a verb, we have no meaning. There's lots to be said about verbs, but I'd like to add in two important points for you to consider. Point 1. Verbs have power. Here is just one example of the power of verbs. Let's reflect on a couple of sentences which have the same meaning. 1. The Vikings invaded Britain. 2. Britain was invaded by the Vikings. These two sentences mean the same, but by changing the verb form and the word order to suit the verb, there is a change of emphasis. The first sentence, the Vikings invaded Britain, emphasizes what the Vikings did. The second sentence, Britain was invaded by the Vikings, emphasizes what happened to Britain. This is a very important point to pass on to your students, depending on their level. Point 2. Prepare for teaching regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are verbs which form the past tense and past participle in a regular way, i.e., they add ed to the verb stem, or if the stem already ends in e, then we add d. The majority of verbs are regular. Example, regular verbs not ending in e. Work, verb stem. I worked, past tense. I have worked, past participle. Example, regular verbs ending in e. Apologize, verb stem. I apologized, past tense. I have apologized, past participle. However, there are a substantial number of verbs which form the past tense in an irregular way. We can categorize these into three groups. 1. Where all three elements are the same. Cut, verb stem. Cut, past tense. Cut, past participle. 2. All three elements are different. Take, verb stem. Took, past tense. Taken, past participle. 3. Where the past tense and past participle are the same, but the verb stem is different. Bring, verb stem. Brought, past tense. Brought, past participle. The verbs be and go are the most irregular of all. Here's to be. Be, verb stem. Am, is, are, present tense. Was, were, past tense. Been, past participle. And here's go. Go, verb stem. Go, goes, present tense. Went, past tense. Gone, past participle. Learners of English find these difficult. The problem is that many everyday verbs are irregular, e.g., be, go, say, make, come, know. The best you can do is to intentionally bring out the most common irregular verbs in context early in the learning process. In summary, help your students to recognize the power of verbs and reflect on your approach to teaching regular and irregular verbs. This is so important. Well done.